baby, but none of them ever love you the way I do. It's me and you, boy. And as the years go by, our friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's my destiny. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me. Toy Story 4. So, this is my full Toy Story review, and since this is the last film, I decided to do a very big Toy Story special, starting with number 1. So, Toy Story was released in 1996. I was 8 years old when this first came. I first saw it when I was 8 years old. And it brought everything to life. This was a magical film that opened our eyes to the magic of toys, animation, and one of the greatest Disney classics that everyone knows about. So if you don't know the story of Toy Story, I'll just go through it quickly with you. So the first one is basically about Woody is Andy's favourite toy since he was a kid. And while he's being with him, it's Andy's birthday. And at Andy's birthday party, he receives a Buzz Lightyear. Buzz starts to come into Woody's life. Woody seems to think that Andy has forgotten him and Buzz is replacing him as his favourite toy. And within that, they start to go in a problem. But after a fight, the two of them are thrown out of the window. And Buzz suddenly goes missing because Woody thinks he's got rid of him. Woody has to try and rescue Buzz to make sure that he's safe and the gang is... They don't, you're going to be a lot of trouble because Andy. But as Woody tries to rescue Buzz, he starts to realise Andy really does care about him. This is a beloved classic, honestly. Woody is played by Tom Hanks, which you know. You've got Buzz Lightyear played by Tim Allen. This was a magical film. It is amazing. The first one is brilliant, incredible. Capturing, the comedy's great, the animation's fantastic. There are some beautiful moments, especially with the last lesson of toys are a most important thing in a kid's life and what happens when you're not around. There's comedy in it, great actors in it as well. It is fantastic. The cinematography is amazing, the action's great, and it's great. Honestly, Toy Story was an incredible film. There's nothing wrong with it. It's amazing. So then came out Toy Story 2, which followed afterwards. Now, I have to remember that Randy did the songs for Toy Story, and everyone knows You Got a Friend in Me. It is a brilliant, brilliant song. Everyone knows it. So Toy Story 2 came out after that. This film was basically, you see the toys returning in the second movie, where during a yard sale, Woody is kidnapped by Al. Al is the owner of Al's Toy Barn. When he finds himself in a mysterious house and is surrounded by these new characters. There's new characters in this where he meets Jessie, Stinky Pete, and Bullseye, who are actually part of the Woody's Roundup collection. If you don't know Toy Story 2, here's a clip I'm going to show you now of the first time that Woody meets the new toys in Woody's Roundup. Have a look.
What? Whoa! No! Hey, stop! Horsey, stop! Stop, sit, boy! Stop it! Yeah! Sit, I said! Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah! It's you! It's you! It's you! It's you! It's you! It's really you!
What's me?
It is you!
Please stop saying that.
Prospector said someday you'd come. Sweet mother of Abraham Lincoln, the prospector! He'll want to meet ya! Say hello to the prospector!
It's a box.
He's mint in the box. Never been opened.
Turn me around, Bullseye, so I can see. Why, the prodigal son has returned.
Okay, I'm officially freaked out now.
So the cast is absolutely simple. So the Jessie is played by Joan Cusack. She's a brilliant actress. Jessie is like Woody. She has a secret about her. And if you haven't seen Toy Story 2, I won't spoil it for you. It has a secret about her that Woody doesn't know. There is a lot of similarities between Woody and Jessie in this film. You've also got Stinky Pete, who is in this film. He's played by Michael Keaton, aka Batman. And it's great, honestly, I didn't know this. He's absolutely brilliant, perfect villain, very evil. Stinky Pete's got it in his head that he's been on a shelf all his life and it makes him a bit crazy. And Stinky Pete is like the really very funny guy, very comic, but has a dark side to him. And then you've got the animal that everyone wanted as a toy, Bullseye. Bullseye was the horse that everyone wanted to ride, everyone wanted to keep. Bullseye is adorable, and yes, when I was a kid, I wanted a Bullseye. I really wanted a Bullseye. There's a lot more in this film as well. There's action in it. There's some fantastic twists, surprises, beautiful songs, especially the song When She Needs Me. That's a beautiful song. This is another great score that Randy Newman composed. It's brilliant, absolutely amazing. The storyline's great, the comedy's great, and it's Buzz trying to realise that Andy's growing up, so maybe he doesn't need him anymore. Again, another life lesson that basically, even though kids are growing up, they still do have the childish possessions that they had as children. Then Toy Story 3 came out. Now, Toy Story 3 was Andy's all grown up. This was following. Now, this one is okay. This, I feel, is the worst. Not the worst one, but I don't think it's as good as the others. There is a lot of problems wrong with Toy Story 3. So the story is basically, Toy Story 3 came out after that. Toy Story 3 is basically about Andy who's grown up. He's going to college. And he's throwing away most of the toys. Now, in a mistake, the toys think that Andy doesn't want them anymore when the toys are taken to Sunnyside Daycare, where they're supposed to be given a second chance. During that, they meet Lotso the Bear. Lotso the Bear is played by Nedo Bibbitti. He's a famous actor. Lotso is seems to be a leader of this playgroup. He seems to, show the toys where belong. He puts them in the butterfly room. But there's a lot of secrets about Sunnyside that people don't know. Meanwhile, when Woody tries to escape, tries to go back to Andy, and the toys decide they want to stay there because they think Andy's left them, he finds himself in Bonnie. Bonnie is one of the young girls that attends daycare, and he meets Bonnie's toys. You've got fantastic actors in this, absolutely. You've got Jeff Carlin, who plays Buttercup. They're all in this film. They're also in Toy Story 4. You've got, also, we didn't actually know about this, you've got Michael Keaton is in this again, only he's playing Ken in this. Ken is a doll that's like an action man. He's like a male version to Barbie. And of course, Barbie, who's in two films, who's in Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3. Jodie Benson is playing who plays Barbie in this. Brilliant actress. You'll probably know her from most things. Great, amazing character. Very, very funny. There's especially a joke in Toy Story 2 where she goes, "I'm Twilight Barbie!" And Mr. Potato goes, and Mr. Potato Head, who's married to Mr. Potato Head, is sat in the car while she's giving the tour, and he's going, "I'm married spot, I'm a married spot, I'm a married spot, I'm a married spot." Which is very, very funny. Within the film, you've also got Ray Winston is in this as well, who plays the dinosaur animal character. So this film really does introduce a lot of cast. And that was, there was a lot of problems with Toy Story 3. I felt it pushed a bit too much for comedy at times. It was a bit ridiculous at times. It was not as good as I thought it was going to be. There is a bit of lacking in camera and lacking in acting within this film. I gave Toy Story 3 was the only one with a lower rating. I gave Toy Story 3 3 stars, not 4 or 5. Because it was a bit disappointing. It wasn't the best one. It was okay. I just felt it wasn't as good. And now we have the final film, Toy Story 4. This is the final goodbye to Toy Story franchise, and I'm extremely going to miss it. So Toy Story 4 tells the story of After Andy places the toys with Bonnie at the end of Toy Story 3, they are now part of Bonnie's life, and they're enjoying their new childhood. But Woody still has a sort of attachment to Andy, and although he's now with Bonnie, he still has the kid that he misses. Within this, Bonnie is starting daycare within this film, and she makes a new little friend called Forky, played by the incredible Mr. Tony Hale. And within this, Forky is trying to understand if he's a toy or if he's trash. It's very, very funny. I think it's absolutely brilliant that Disney Pixar have chosen a plastic fork with googly eyes, pipe cleaner arms, and these little sticks. You've just got this animated trash fork, a talking trash fork. What more could people ask for? Here is a clip of Toy Story 4. This is Forky meeting Woody and the gang.
Trash? No. Toys. They're all toys.
Trash.
No. That's the trash. These are your friends.
Trash.
Shh. No, it's okay.
Woody, I have a question. Well, actually, not just one. I have all of them. I have all the questions.
Why does he want to go to the trash?
Because he was made from trash. Look, I know this is a little strange, but you gotta trust me on this. Forky is the most important toy to Bonnie right now.
So within the story, Forky suddenly goes missing when they go on a road trip, and Woody has a certain care towards Forky because apparently it's his last chance. There's other stuff that happened in the film, and Bo Peep is back. We don't know why, but Woody runs into Bo Peep, and he finds out Bo has got this new kind of thing. I don't want to say too much about this film because I want you to enjoy it, but within that, Buzz and the gang and Woody are trying to get Forky back and save him from something. And I will warn children, there is a little bit of a freaky thing in this that you will know that did haunt me as a child, because I was quite like, whoa, this is quite creepy, and that's creepy as hell. It was quite creepy. The cast is really good. Tom Hanks, and like I said, Tom Hanks and Tim Allen are Buzz and Woody. They always have from the start. Incredible actors, and honestly, absolutely brilliant. Don Rickles plays Mr. Potato Head in all 4 films. Hilarious. He has great things, especially when the aliens come to him and go, "We have saved our lives. We are eternally grateful." And that's quite funny because he's like, "Will you leave me alone?" It's very funny. Mr. Potato Head has got like different features to him, and he's very different in each film. You didn't see much of him in this, but I don't think you needed to, really. Wallace Shaw, who's in all 4 films, plays Rex the dinosaur. Rex is this panicking thing that panics every time something bad happens. You've got John Ratzenberg as Ham, the pig, who's also been in all 4 films. He's a good character as well. Jodie Benson is not in this one, actually. Barbie is not in this. She chooses to stay with Ken. You've got Kelsey Grammer, who's in this as well, who plays, actually, funny enough, the Hedgehog. He plays the Mr. Pickles, the Hedgehog, which is brilliant, absolutely amazing. I think he's fantastically, absolutely hilarious. He's very funny. He's like a Shakespeare hedgehog. You'll see Mr. Pickles in Toy Story 3, and he's also in Toy Story 4. Annie Potts plays Bo Peep in this. She's like a daring character to a character. You can kind of see that within her. It's a bit different. It's you can see a secret around her as well. And you've also got Tony Hale, who plays Forky. I never thought I'd see the action hero that I know on TV and love play an animated talking spork. It's just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And Toy Story 4 is incredible. I mean, where do I start? This is amazing. I mean, it's emotional, and and I'm sorry to say this, and I won't be afraid to admit this, I cried like a little bitch during this film. I am not afraid to say that because it was a fantastic ending to a great franchise that I will miss. It's funny, it's creepy, it's got some great, wonderful moments in it. The way the cinematography and the animation is brilliant. The storyline is amazing, and everything about this film thrills me. It's funny, it's animated, the story's great. It's also got some really good lessons of how toys can be reassuring to children, which I really liked in it. And the music's brilliant. I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack really goes with the film. And you know what? It's been an amazing, absolutely incredible film. Absolutely. Toy Story 4 was by far the best of, well, actually, yeah. All Toy Story 4 was brilliant. Just as good as Toy Story 1 and Toy Story 2. It was fantastic. It was moving and it really does grip you. I can't explain why I will cry, but trust me, go watch it. Everyone, get your family, get your parents, get your children, get your cousins, aunties, uncles. Go see Toy Story 4. It is amazing. Another great Disney classic and Disney ending. Because this has gone on for 27 years, this film has gone on for. So for all those reasons, I'm going to give Toy Story 4 5 stars. And can I just say, what an absolute brilliant ending to Toy Story. I am incredibly going to miss this, and I'm really upset it's finishing. Tom Hanks and Tim Allen brought these characters to life, like I said, back in 1996, and it literally made everyone believe in magic. It was amazing. I am seriously going to miss this film. It was incredible, and seriously, honestly, props to Disney and props to the incredible Randy Newman for creating the soundtrack for Toy Story. We're all going to miss it, and it was absolutely incredible. So, Toy Story 4. Have you guys watched this yet? If you haven't, what are you doing? Get off your arse. It's good at cinema. Go watch it, buy a ticket. You will love it. Please click the thumbs up button if you did like this video, and subscribe to Movie Bandits if you want to see any more of my movie reviews. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great week or weekend, and I will see you in my next movie review.